Happy Wednesday. My name is Alyssa Fennell. I am a sixth grade language arts teacher in Greenville, South Carolina. I teach English, I teach reading. I love reading, and I do a lot of literacy and reading with my students in my classrooms. One of the things that we do on a daily basis in our class is to read a book together. I have been reading lots of different books. With my students in class, we've read Rebound by Kwame Alexander. We just finished Allies by Alan Gratz. Last year we read Grenade by Alan Gratz. And I'm also working on Fish in a Tree by, I cannot think of the author right now because it's at school. And that's one of my favorite things to do with my students. It's one of my students' favorite parts of our class period, and I hate the thought of not getting to do that with my kids. Hey guys, I love y'all, I miss you. We're still doing this. So I thought, you know what's the best way to make sure that we stay connected with our kids while we are all doing this crazy new e-learning thing? What's the best way to make sure that I am getting to read with my kids still? And so we're going to do this online. I have got one book that we're going to start. It is Hello Universe by Erin Entrada Kelly. This version is published by Scholastic through the school market. I am strongly encouraging kids to read as much as they can. You can still order through Scholastic. You can still order on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Get books. But we're going to start and read a few pages, maybe a chapter a day. And I will try to get these posted up as soon as possible. You are welcome to share this. You are welcome to post links. I love kids and middle schoolers especially. And love reading with my kids. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try to get this done and uploaded every day as long as we're out. Again, I'm in Greenville, South Carolina. We've been working on e-learning stuff at school, so today is actually my first day at home, but we're going to do this as much as we can. And you're welcome to comment. You're welcome to interact. I'm going to try to get some comment boards up on Flipgrid for my kids at school so we can interact and talk about the story in the book and do as much as we can. So we are trying to stay connected. We are trying to stay interactive, and we're going to make it work. So this is one thing that we can do. And yeah, so this is Hello Universe. It is a brand new book for me and my kids. So here we go. And because I'm old, I have to wear my reading glasses. But it'll be all right. Okay. Chapter 1. Grand Failure. 11-year-old Virgin Salinas already regretted the rest of middle school, and he'd only just finished 6th grade. He imagined all those years stretching ahead of him like a long line of hurdles, each of them getting taller, thicker, and heavier, and him standing in front of them on his weak and skinny legs. He was no good at hurdles. He'd found this out the hard way, in gym class, where he was the smallest, most forgettable, and always picked last. All things considered, he should have been happy on the last day of school. The year was over. He should have been skipping home, ready to tackle the bright summer ahead. Instead, he walked through the front door like a defeated athlete, head low, shoulders hunched, a sack of disappointment sitting on his chest like an anvil. Because today it was official. He was a grand failure. "Oi, Virgilio," his grandmother, his Lola, said when he came in. She didn't look up. She was in the kitchen slicing a mango. "Come take one of these. Your mother bought too many again. They were on sale, so she buys 10. And what do we need 10 mangoes for? They're not even from the Philippines. They're from Venezuela. Your mother bought 10 Venezuelan mangoes. And what for? That woman would buy kisses from Judas if they were on sale." She shook her head. Virgil straightened his posture so Lola wouldn't suspect anything was wrong. He took a mango from the fruit bowl. Lola's eyebrows immediately scrunched together. Only they weren't really eyebrows because she'd plucked them clean. "What's wrong? Why do you have that look?" she said. "What look?" Virgil said. "You know." Lola didn't like to explain herself. Is that pug-faced boy at school being mean to you again? No, Lola. For once, that was the least of his worries. Everything's fine. Said Lola. She knew everything wasn't fine. She'd noticed everything about him. They had a secret kinship. It'd been that way ever since the first day she'd come from the Philippines to live with them. On the morning she arrived, Virgil's parents and identical twin brothers immediately rushed her in a flood of hugs and hellos. With the exception of Virgil, that's how the Salinas family was. Big personalities that bubbled over like pots of soup. Virgil felt like unbuttered toast standing next to them. Ay, sus, my first moments in America will be filled with a pulsing headache, Lola said. She pressed her fingertips to her temples and waved toward Virgil's older brothers, who were tall and lean and muscled even then. Joselito, Julius, fetch my bags, huh? I want to say hello to my youngest grandson. After Joselito and Julius scurried off, ever the helpful brothers, Virgil's parents presented him like a rare exhibit they didn't quite understand. This is Turtle, his mother said. That was their name for him, Turtle, because he wouldn't come out of his shell. Every time they said it, a piece of him broke. Lola had squatted in front of him and whispered, "You are my favorite, Virgilio." Then she put her fingers to her lips and said, "Don't tell your brothers." That was 6 years ago, and he knew he was still her favorite, even though she'd never said it again. He could trust Lola, and maybe one day he would confess his secret to her, the one that made him a grand failure. But not today. Not now. Lola took the mango from him. "Let me slice that for you," she said. Virgil stood next to her and watched. Lola was old and her fingers felt like paper, but she sliced mangoes like an artist. She started slowly, biding her time. "You know," she began, "I had a dream about the stone boy again last night." She'd been dreaming about the stone boy for days now. The dream was always the same. A shy boy, not unlike Virgil, gets terribly lonely, takes a walk in the forest, and begs a rock to eat him. The biggest stone opens its gravelly mouth, and the boy jumps inside, never to be seen again. When his parents find the stone, there is nothing they can do. Virgil wasn't sure how hard his parents would try to get him out anyway, but he knew Lola would hand chisel that rock to pieces if she had to. "I promised not to jump into any rocks," Virgil said. "I know there's something going on with you, Anak. You have the face of Frederico the Sorrowful." Who is Frederico the Sorrowful? He was a boy king who was sad all the time, but he didn't want anyone to know he was sad because he wanted people to think he was a strong king. But one day he couldn't hold in his sorrows anymore. It all came out, just like a fountain. She lifted her hands in the air to mimic splashing water, still holding the paring knife in one of them. He wept and wept until the whole land flooded away and all the islands drifted away from each other. He wound up trapped on an island all alone until a crocodile came and ate him. She handed a beautiful slice of mango to Virgil. "Here." Virgil took it. "Lola, can I ask you a question?" "If you ever have a question, ask it. How come so many of your stories have boys getting eaten by stuff, like rocks or crocodiles?" "Not all of them are about boys getting eaten. Sometimes it's girls." Lola tossed the knife into the sink and raised her non-eyebrows. "If you decide to talk, come find your Lola. Don't burst like a fountain and float away." "Okay," Virgil said. "I'm going to my room to check on Gulliver, make sure he's okay." Gulliver, his pet guinea pig, was always happy to see him. He would chirp as soon as Virgil opened the door. He knew it. Maybe he wouldn't feel like such a failure then. "Why wouldn't he be okay?" Lola called out as Virgil walked toward his room. "Guinea pigs can't get in much trouble, Enoch." Virgil could hear her laughing as he placed the mango between his teeth. All right, that is chapter 1 of Hello Universe by Erin Entrada Kelly. It's going to be a lot of fun. Check back with me tomorrow. If you want to subscribe to this channel, you can. You are absolutely welcome to. Most of our videos are going to be about 10 minutes long at the most. One chapter a day. That's all we're doing. It's going to be great. We're going to have fun. And I am open to suggestions for what our next book is after Hello Universe. Thanks. Have a great day. And I will see you soon.